Well, former President Jacob Zuma's long-awaited arms deal case remains on hold again. The High Court in Pietermaritzburg is today expected to rule on Zuma's bid to have State Prosecutor Billy Downer removed from his corruption trial. Well, in October, Judge Piet Koen dismissed an application for Downer to be dropped from the case. And Zuma had argued the state attorney was neither independent nor impartial, and neither was Downer. Last month, his lawyer, Dali Mpofu, said Zuma felt his case was being treated differently from others. If Zuma's application is successful, it could further delay his corruption trial, which is set to begin on the 11th of April. Ulrich, Roo, thank you so much for joining us, our legal expert. We want to chat to you about the implications of yet another delay and the outcome of today's ruling. Judge Koen ruled against Zuma's special plea application in October, saying that Downer had behaved unethically, and there was a suggestion that perhaps the merits of Downer's conduct could be deliberated after the corruption trial had been completed.
Hi, good morning, Annika. Yes, thank you for having me. Yes, so just to give a bit of the background information once again, in October, Judge Koen dismissed Jacob Zuma's application to have Billy Downer removed in terms of Section 106 of the Criminal Procedure Act, and that decision has now been taken, or they want to take it on appeal to a full bench of the High Court or to the Supreme Court of Appeal, and today's hearing is merely for the outcome of the application for leave to appeal. So an appeal process works as follows. If an accused before court is not satisfied with the finding that has been made by the judge, as Zuma has now indicated, he's not satisfied with Judge Koen's decision not to recuse Billy Downer, he then needs to ask that same judge for leave to appeal that decision. And today is for Judge Koen to make a ruling on whether he will grant Jacob Zuma leave to appeal or not. If he does grant him leave to appeal, then he will automatically be able to approach the Supreme Court of Appeal. If he does not, then he will be able to approach the Supreme Court of Appeal on a petition basis. So that's on an ex parte basis that he would have to make that application and see if the Supreme Court of Appeal allows him the opportunity to appeal this decision. But once again, in the greater scheme of things, as you say, the trial date has been set down for 11 April this year, and all indications, unfortunately, are for South African society and everyone who has an interest in this matter, that will once again be delayed for these interlocutory applications to be finalized. Just on the merit of his application to have Billy Downer removed, as you correctly point out, it has been said on numerous occasions in this matter that everything that Jacob Zuma is complaining about, he should ventilate during the trial when the matter proceeds. But all of these interlocutory applications is just frustrating the matter in its entirety.
As you correctly said, Ulrich, you would have to petition the Supreme Court of Appeal. The Supreme Court, SCA doesn't give you automatic appeal application route, does it? It doesn't give you direct. There isn't necessarily just the assumption that you could go straight to the Supreme Court. You would have to petition for leave to appeal. Exactly.
Similarly to approaching the Constitutional Court, where you bring an application for direct access to the court, this is quite similar to that, where you say that the High Court has denied you leave to appeal, but based on the strength of this application, you want the Supreme Court of Appeal to go over the decision of the High Court and to hear your application on the merits of it. But you'll have to make out a very strong case in order for the Supreme Court of Appeal to hear your petition.
Billy Downer has been there since 2005 dealing with this case that stems from the 1999 arms deal. He has the historical expertise to go through all those bundles, and I mean, we've seen them come through during the when the trial was on at one stage. They were coming on trolleys, lever arch files. If he has to be recused or is recused, a new prosecutor would really battle to have to go through all that information. It would take, I can't even imagine how long it would take. And Anton Steinberg, who is now, I think, in The Hague, he's not around either. It would be such a delay.
No, exactly, and one cannot help but to think whether this is not the strategy of Zuma and his legal team, to try and delay the matter even further. The fact of the matter is that Billy Downer has been the prosecutor who has been tasked with this matter since 2005, and even before that. Remember that he successfully prosecuted Shabir Sheikh on this matter. It is an absolute mammoth task to try and hand this over to another prosecutor who would have to familiarize himself with all of the information contained in this docket and in this matter. So definitely it would delay the matter by a considerable period of time. And I think that would we would want to avoid having to go through that, especially, and that is one of the reasons why the NPA is so opposed to Billy Downer being replaced by another prosecutor. It just comes back to the fact that Jacob Zuma has, since the outset, he has said that he wants his day in court. He wants to prove his innocence, but at every single opportunity he can, he takes to try and delay this matter even further. And unfortunately, as I said before, it doesn't seem like it's going to come to an end very soon.
All right, thank you so much. Ulrich Roux, a legal expert with Ulrich Roux and Associates. And just to remind you that you're looking at the Pietermaritzburg High Court courtroom there. The case has not yet started, and we understand from Jacob Zuma's foundation that he will not be present in court today. He will send an attorney to note the judgment.